Picture a craftsman running their hand across a piece of leather so soft it almost feels alive. For more than a century, this moment has defined luxury. Now imagine that same hide being scanned by high-resolution cameras, analyzed by artificial intelligence, and mapped down to the tiniest scar before a single stitch is made. When people think of luxury cars, they often imagine roaring engines, polished chrome, and dramatic silhouettes. But inside Bentley, real luxury begins with leather. This leather is not synthetic or uniform. It comes from natural hides, each one shaped by the life the animal lived. There are growth lines where the skin stretched, healed scars from old cuts, tiny marks left by insects, and subtle changes in texture that no two hides share. That natural variation is part of the beauty, but it is also the challenge. If every hide is different, how do you guarantee that every Bentley interior feels perfect? For decades, the answer was human skill. Trained inspectors would examine each hide by eye. They would look closely, mark areas that could not be used for visible surfaces, and decide which parts were suitable for seats, door panels, or hidden sections. It required patience, experience, and deep focus. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Even the best human eye can miss things, especially after hours of repetitive inspection. Fatigue sets in. Tiny imperfections slip through. And when you are building a car where silence is part of the experience, even the smallest flaw can be noticed by the customer. Have you ever wondered how much pressure that puts on a single decision? This is where Bentley made a bold move. Instead of trying to replace craftsmanship, the company decided to support it with artificial intelligence. The system they introduced uses advanced cameras to scan every leather hide in extreme detail. The images are then analyzed by AI software trained to recognize defects that are often invisible to the naked eye. We are talking about tiny scars, faint growth lines, and minute inconsistencies that could affect how the leather looks or wears over time. The system does not get tired. It does not lose focus. It sees the same level of detail on the first hide of the day and the last. But here is the part that changes everything. The AI does not simply label a hide as good or bad. Instead, it creates a detailed digital map of the entire surface. Every mark is identified and graded. The system understands that not all defects matter equally. A tiny scar might be perfectly acceptable for a hidden section beneath the seat, but unacceptable for a headrest or door panel that sits right in a passenger's line of sight. So the AI matches each part of the car to the most suitable area of the hide. Think about that for a moment. Instead of cutting leather based on rough estimates, Bentley is now cutting with precision guided by data. Does that sound less luxurious, or more? One Bentley interior can require around 9 full leather hides. That is a lot of material, and it adds up quickly when you are producing high-end vehicles with deep customization. Customers choose colors, stitching patterns, textures, and finishes that are often unique to their car. This level of personalization is part of the Bentley promise, but it also makes leather usage more complex. With AI guiding the cutting process, Bentley can use more of each hide without compromising visible quality. The company reports that early results show nearly a 6% improvement in leather utilization. That might sound small at first, but across thousands of cars, it becomes massive. Now let's talk about something luxury brands rarely mention directly: waste. Leather is expensive, not just in cost, but in environmental impact. Every unused section of hide represents lost resources. Bentley has linked its AI inspection system to real sustainability gains. According to the company, improved hide utilization leads to a reduction of over 100 kilograms of carbon dioxide emissions per car. That is a powerful shift. Luxury is no longer just about indulgence. It is also about responsibility. That tells us something important. Luxury brands often act as testing grounds for innovation. When the expectations are highest, the tolerance for error is lowest. If AI can meet the standards of Bentley, it can eventually influence manufacturing across the industry. But Bentley is careful about how it frames this change. The company repeatedly emphasizes that AI does not replace craftspeople. Instead, it removes the most exhausting and repetitive part of their work. Imagine spending hours scanning leather by eye, day after day. Now imagine that task being handled by a machine, freeing you to focus on stitching, fitting, and finishing. These are the moments where human hands truly matter. This is the philosophy Bentley is pushing forward. AI chooses the canvas. Humans create the art. And that distinction matters, especially to customers who fear that technology might drain the soul from luxury. Do you think luxury loses its meaning when machines get involved, or does it evolve? There is also a deeper psychological shift happening here. For a long time, luxury relied on mystery. Customers trusted that brands knew what they were doing behind closed doors. Today, transparency is becoming part of the appeal. Bentley openly talks about its technology, its sustainability goals, and its production methods. This signals confidence. It says, "We are so sure of our process that we are willing to show you how it works." In a world where consumers are more informed than ever, that openness builds trust. Would you rather buy a product wrapped in secrecy, or one backed by visible precision? Leather is a fascinating material because it refuses to behave like modern composites. Steel can be measured. Carbon fiber can be engineered to exact specifications. Leather comes from nature, and nature does not follow blueprints. Every scar tells a story. Every mark is a reminder that this material once lived. Bentley's AI does not erase that story. It simply understands it better. By recognizing patterns across thousands of hides, the system learns what matters and what does not. It respects the material instead of forcing it into artificial uniformity. That approach feels surprisingly aligned with the idea of craftsmanship, does it not? Think about the long-term implications. As interiors become quieter, smoother, and more refined, the tolerance for imperfection shrinks. Customers paying six figures expect an experience that feels flawless. At the same time, they expect ethical sourcing and reduced waste. These demands often conflict. Bentley's solution suggests that technology can bridge the gap. AI allows the brand to honor tradition while meeting modern expectations. It is not about choosing between heritage and progress. It is about merging them. There is also a competitive angle worth considering. When one luxury brand raises the bar, others feel pressure to follow. If Bentley can demonstrate better quality and sustainability through AI, rivals will need to respond. This could quietly reshape what luxury manufacturing looks like across the industry. The future luxury car might still smell like leather and feel hand-stitched, but behind the scenes, it could be powered by algorithms and data. How comfortable are you with that idea? Bentley's move also reflects a broader shift in how luxury defines value. In the past, value was tied to rarity and excess. More leather, more waste, more material than necessary. Today, value is increasingly tied to intelligence, using just enough, using it well, and proving that care was taken at every step. AI inspection turns quality into something measurable, repeatable, and auditable. That does not make it cold, it makes it reliable. And in a product designed to last for decades, reliability is its own form of luxury. You might wonder whether customers will ever notice this technology directly. The answer is probably no, at least not consciously. But they will feel it. The interior will age more evenly. Visible surfaces will remain clean and consistent. Small annoyances will be absent. And perhaps most importantly, buyers will know that their car was built with intention, not guesswork. In a quiet way, that knowledge adds to the ownership experience. So what does all of this tell us about where luxury is heading? It tells us that the future is not about choosing between human touch and machine precision. It is about letting each do what it does best. Humans bring judgment, creativity, and emotional understanding. Machines bring consistency, endurance, and microscopic focus. When combined carefully, they can elevate craftsmanship rather than cheapen it. Bentley's AI leather inspection system is a clear example of that balance. Bentley's experiment suggests that the most advanced technology does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers, working invisibly behind the scenes to make something feel effortless. That may be the most luxurious thing of all. If this made you think differently about what handmade luxury means in 2026, hit the like button. It helps the channel more than you'd expect. And if there's a brand, a material, or a piece of hidden technology you want us to explore next, leave a comment. We read them all. Luxury is evolving fast, and the most interesting changes are the ones you don't immediately see. Stay curious, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.